come to the Rec and Park Commission on June 18th, the day after the budget hears the Rec and Park proposal. Listen, there's another problem. You guys canceled. You didn't announce the April 6th meeting. One of the neighborhood people found the flyer, got it from Brent Dennis, and posted it himself from 19th Avenue to Cole Street. On this, 2 days after we learned of 5 more meetings scheduled, the Rec and Park Commission, or whoever, canceled the other 5 neighborhood meetings in different districts in town to talk about this particular proposal. On April 6th, when we met, we pleaded with you not to do this, and at least 3
Sure, and you know what? You're not factually correct. So please sit down. We heard from people a lot during the last meeting.
Wait a minute.
And again, we need people who want to have a vote.
I got one demand. We need to stay together to talk about the fees. Stay together to talk about the fees. One meeting for the fees. One meeting for all. One meeting for the fees. Talk about the fees with all of us. There are people who support the fees here. There are people who oppose them. There may be people in between. All of us deserve that discussion.
Yeah.
I think that Lazarus, president of the commission, I heard the last meeting loud and clear that there was not interest in charging a fee for the admission to the Botanical Garden. You heard me at that time. I don't agree with that, but it's clearly what the public wants, and I think City Hall has heard that because the vast majority of the public that took the time to come to the previous meeting, and I think those that are here today have the vast majority of you have that same opinion. I think the problem, the same opinion that there should not be a fee. I think the question is there a role for a fee for visitors? Is there a role for a fee for a
No!
I know that's your opinion. I've heard it already. For a pass that gets visitors into the other 2 attractions that charge the tea garden and the conservatory that would include this. I think the elected officials are going to hear from you, whether it's on the 17th at the first finance hearing, budget and finance for the department's budget. That's not an action hearing. Our own commission, which has a number of revenue measures that we have to vote on to close the gap in our increasing deficit of general fund. We have a $120 or $30 million department budget, but we have 80% of our revenue is self-generated. Unlike our days growing up here when everything was free, and probably 90% of the department's budget came out of the general fund. It's absolutely reversed. This was one of a number of ideas year after year that we're confronted with in trying to self-generate revenue. Now, it's clear that the vast majority of people here don't want us to self-generate revenue out of this particular...
It doesn't generate revenue.
So I think you're going to have an opportunity as the Board of Supervisors and as the Commission, directly or indirectly through communications, to make that clear to us. I think what the department staff was trying to do here tonight is have an ability of you to come into smaller groups and talk about key issues involving the maintenance, operation, and funding. I mean, I'm going to have to make decisions with fellow commissioners about where gardeners end up getting assigned. I mean, if we can't fund the 5 or 6 additional gardeners we really need here, are they going to come out of Rossi? Are they going to come out of Park in the Sunset? Are they going to come out of Union Square? I don't know. But bad choices are going to be made, not just this year, but for the next couple of years as the economy works out of this. And unfortunately, every time we get a dip and Rec Park gets hit, on the upswing, rec park doesn't get any more money. And, you know, we're not the police department, the fire department, or the health department. And we don't get funded at the level we need in the good years to make up for what we lose in the bad.
Hate the parking for 49ers, Jim.
So, you know, you can perceive that, you know, the public was called, this meeting was called here. You can run this meeting the way you want to run it. If you think, and if you want to develop your own method of coming to some consensus as to what you want to tell the Board of Supervisors on June 17th and the Commission on June 18th, maybe that's the way you ought to run the meeting.
Yeah.
You ought to self-select somebody other than Rich Ellis from our staff and run this meeting, come up with the advice you want to give us, and come to those public meetings and give it to us.
Jim?
I think that's the best approach.
Jim?
Yes.
You know, very little information has been promulgated to the public. We don't know who gets the money, does the society or the city? You know, given the MOU, who is getting the money? What is it for? No, but why wasn't that presented? The public doesn't understand. A decision was made before there was any information sent out.
The decision wasn't made. A group of ideas were proposed through the commission to meet our obligation to get a budget proposal to the mayor in February, revised again in April. None of these were final decisions, and they won't be final. And unfortunately, this budget will probably get further cut when the state finally deals with their crisis of the
But
moment.
Jim,
on another $100 million.
Jim, I emailed Olive to get information about this meeting. Where did that $7 proposal go to? Where are the numbers that show that it will make money?
I think that's what was going to be presented tonight.
Well, I thought we were going to hear it together.
Yours now.
I mean, I don't understand that why are we going to hear it in little groups?
That was somebody's idea.
I see.
Apparently not accepted by the vast majority of people here. Maybe one solution is, should we make a general presentation to the entire group? Well, let's make it is. Go ahead.
Jim, Mr. Lazarus, thank you very much. I just want to say that there really should be a very brief, data-filled, data-packed presentation about the number of staffers to man these gates, what the bottom line will be, and how soon the fees will have to rise. And where the $1.3 million is going to come from to build the gates. We have not been given any of those. How many people come to the gardens? What are the statistics? What are their predictions?
Are you prepared to give a general presentation of what length of time? What do we have? Okay. We'll make, the staff will make a 10 or 15 minute presentation, uninterrupted, please, and then you can shoot us all when it's over.
Jim, one question. Is this going to be substantially different than the PowerPoint presentation that we all listened to last week? And we have attempted at various times to get a hold of the documents that page 8 shows the financial commitments required to set up the gating and kiosks, which shows the $1.35 million, and we have not been successful so far in finding the rest of the documents, page 1 through 7 and page 9 to whatever it went, and we thought that there was some hiding of the ball here. And I got to tell you that that's a very serious issue. If this is really something that the public should hear about, it's not. We're not spending hundreds of hours, literally, and hundreds of people having to deal with the fact. 3 individuals, as far as we can tell, came up with this scheme: Rich, Brent, and McKechnie. Then what we're faced with is we're spending tons of hours dealing with a bureaucratic decision. And we should really be part of the discussion from the outset, not after the fact, as that lady said. And I'm just worried that you're going to try and sell us instead of explaining.
You say on the one hand you haven't got the information. If we give you the
No,
information,
we've got plenty of information except for the documents. The financial.
Let's hear the presentation then, and we can decide.
Will you get us the financial plan? I'd like to know how